You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you're stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233244941 or 00233200606 and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
If you're not using AI properly in 2026, you're already behind. Time to catch up. I'm teaching a beginner-friendly session on how to use AI in a practical, everyday way. No tech jargon here, just real results. Join me on the 21st of May at 7 p.m. See you there.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 079-61-248-834 or email Dan at gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
It's so delicious. Like when you eat it, we got greens, meat, fish, everything is in there.
And the tilapia fish, it tastes amazing. Softness, moist, and definitely the taste.
The seasoning from Africa. The food is just like back home. From back home. Tastes very good.
I bring the Ghana to England. Yeah, can have what do you call the ampesi, fufu, chosavi, banku, wache, dollof, Ghana dollof. Oh my God, Ama dollof. Name the food when you come to Ama to eat. Ama is not do it for you.
When you come to Amersfoort, you get the best chosavi in the whole United Kingdom. London. Yes.
As you can see, I've got short hair and I'm going to put it on and I'll show you the outcome. See you in a bit. And this is the result. And as you can see, I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for someone who can do really good quality extensions, new pop wigs and wigs, I highly recommend Kamina. Kamina hair.
Welcome to African Hill Resort, the perfect location for your honeymoon, conferences, breakfast meetings, and weekend getaways. Other facilities available include spa, rooftop bar, restaurant, indoor bar, swimming pool, lawn for parties, and outside catering. There is free Wi-Fi connectivity for you to stay in touch with your family, business associates, and the whole world. African Hill Resort is located on the Iveta Hills with a panoramic view of whole township. For inquiries or reservations, call 0208 267 501 or 0209 135 196 or 0362 290.
I'm May Queen, and something powerful is landing on the 1st of March 2026. The Make You Lounge, where faith meets vibe, where culture meets conversation, and where creativity meets purpose. Broadcasting live from London with strong diaspora root from the Make You Lounge every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Star Radio UK. This isn't just a radio show, it is a movement. So lock it in, tell a friend, pull up to the lounge, because in the May Queen Lounge, we build legacy while we vibe. See you Sunday at 7 p.m.
Do you or anyone you know suffer with oxidative stress? Oxidative stress is a condition where your body produces too many free radicals, which can damage cells and lead to health problems. Diseases caused by oxidative stress include heart disease, blood disorder, diabetes, arthritis, stroke, chronic fatigue, neurodegenerative disease, premature aging, autoimmune disorders, etc. Health is real wealth. Move, nourish, thrive. Need help? Call me for more information on +4 4 7 4 2 4 4 8 9 5 7 8.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Star Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Star Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghanaman Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
If you're not using AI properly in 2026, you're already behind time to catch up. I'm teaching a beginner-friendly session on how to use AI in a practical, everyday way. No tech jargon here, just real results. Join me on the 21st of May at 7 p.m. See you there.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 079 61 248 834 or email Dan at gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
It's so delicious. Like when you eat it, we got greens, meat, fish, everything is in there.
And the tilapia fish, it tastes amazing. Softness, moist, and definitely the taste.
The seasoning from Africa. The food is just like back home from my home. Tastes very good.
I bring the Ghana to England, yeah. Can have what do you call the ampesi, fufu, chosavi, banku, weche, dollar, Ghana dollar. Oh my God, Ama dollar. Name the food when you come to Ama to eat. Ama is not do it for you.
When you come to Amersfoort, you get the best chosavi in the whole United Kingdom, London. Yes.
As you can see, I've got short hair, and I'm going to put it on and I'll show you the outcome. See you in a bit. And this is the result. And as you can see, I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for someone who can do really good quality extensions, new pop wigs and wigs, I highly recommend Kamina. Kamina hair.
Welcome to African Hill Resort, the perfect location for your honeymoon, conferences, breakfast meetings, and weekend getaways. Other facilities available include spa, rooftop bar, restaurant, indoor bar, swimming pool, lawn for parties, and outside catering. There is free Wi-Fi connectivity for you to stay in touch with your family, business associates, and the whole world. African Hill Resort is located on the Iveta Hills with a panoramic view of whole township. For inquiries or reservations, call 0208 267 501 or 0209 135 196 or 0362 290.
I'm May Queen, and something powerful is landing on the 1st of March 2026. The Make You Lounge, where faith meets vibe, where culture meets conversation, and where creativity meets purpose. Broadcasting live from London with strong diaspora root from the Make You Lounge every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Starr Radio UK. This isn't just a radio show, it is a movement. So lock it in, tell a friend, pull up to the lounge, because in the May Queen Lounge, we build legacy while we vibe. See you Sunday at 7 p.m.
Do you or anyone you know suffer with oxidative stress? Oxidative stress is a condition where your body produces too many free radicals, which can damage cells and lead to health problems. Diseases caused by oxidative stress include heart disease, blood disorder, diabetes, arthritis, stroke, chronic fatigue, neurodegenerative disease, premature aging, autoimmune disorders, etc. Health is real wealth. Move, nourish, thrive. Need help? Call me for more information on +4 4 7 4 2 4.
The best radio show
all around the world. Broadcasting live online. In your car,
at work,
at home,
on your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK. Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie, and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
Starr Radio, radio for the people, by the people.
Okay, hello, let me say massive good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. I want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the Starr Radio UK Wednesday edition of the morning show. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
12 o'clock exactly when we bring curtains down for the end of the program. I'm gonna be your captain, bringing you everything from archaeology to zoology, from Accra to Zanzibar. As I say on this platform, it's making the headlines. But rest assured of one thing, I will bring it to the fore. So let's cut to the chase. Let me say massive good morning to my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy. Good morning to you. He's making sure that everything is ticking along, and you see we're changing the picture, how it's all appearing, and the cameras and all those bits. Yes. Thank you very much, Mr. Francis Guy. Let me say good morning to our money man, Mr. Dan Chabiri, CEO of JL Accountancy Services. I hope you are doing very, very well there as well. For all your accounting issues, as you know, we put it on the platform. Make sure that you get in touch with them. And let me say good morning to May Queen. I hope you are also recovering very, very well and sweetly family. Yes, Queen and the family. We salute each and every one of you there as well. To Anthony Adedeji, Shamsuddin, Aziz, good morning to you. Delta Hammond, Mrs. Wider Hammond, Mom, good morning to you all back in Ghana. Good morning to Eben in Cape Town, South Africa. Good morning to Antonio. Good morning to Reverend Emmanuel Sechidia and all the men of God behind us, wherever you all are. Good morning to past and present presenters of Star Radio UK, Mr. Olaimi Koiki, Mr. Kemi Bossman, Vicky Newton, and Mr. Frank Davies, and all you wonderful people, Empress Regina. Massive good morning to each and every one of you. I appreciate you so much. And once again, I say welcome. Because of our time, let's go on swiftly. And this is Star Radio UK. Go. So, the quote for the day says, no path will lead to success if we do not lead our professional and personal lives with a strong commitment to integrity, respect, and humility. Integrity, respect, and humility. So, what do you think? What an interesting one there. Yo? Yeah. All right then. Once again, good morning to you once again. You can share. You can let me know about your thoughts about the quote. Now, when it comes to the weather front, well, last night was a bit cooler than the night before, but this afternoon will be cloudy with further showers. This will be mostly light in nature, but will merge into prolonged spells of rain at times. A breezy and cooler day. Now tonight, we'll continue to see thick cloud and few lingering showers overnight. It will turn mostly dry and cloud will break up in places to reveal some clear spells. It's easing winds expected as well. Top temperature 14 degrees, the lowest 7 degrees. UV level is going to be moderate. Pollen level is going to be low and pollution low. Sunset 2031 and sunrise for tomorrow morning 05:24 hours. And that brings us to the end of the weather forecast as I take you straight to the travels wherever you are this morning. As I say, keep your eyes on the roads. Keep your eyes on the roads. I can keep you as we keep you navigated. I promise our bond. So on the travels this morning, what have I got for you? On the underground this morning, I can tell you shortly, good service there. Landing overground, DLR, landing tram lake, good service there throughout. Now let's go to the major roads in London. Let's see. Well, on the major roads in London, well, apart from the A12 that is experiencing serious delays, that aside, all the others have no exceptional delays. Now moving on straight to the river bus as well. On the river bus, apart from the Woolwich ferry that is suspended, all the other ones are running a good service. The landing cable car is also running a good service. As I say, keep your eyes on the roads, keep your eyes on the road as we keep you navigated. Yes, so on the final segment of the travel update, that's the National Rail. What have I got there for you? Well, Avanti West Coast, Cross Country, Great Western Railway, Northern Rail, and Transport for Wales are all offering what? Special services. And that is why I would say it once again as I normally will. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today. But you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? On the roads. We take a commercial break, and once we come back, I bring you everything that you got to know, from archaeology to zoology, from Accra to Zanzibar, or global trotting. So stay tuned and don't touch the dial as we take a quick commercial break, and I will be back with you.
Do you or anyone you know suffer with oxidative stress? Oxidative stress is a condition where your body produces too many free radicals, which can damage cells and lead to health problems. Diseases caused by oxidative stress include heart disease, blood disorder, diabetes, arthritis, stroke, chronic fatigue, neurodegenerative disease, premature aging, autoimmune disorders, etc. Health is real wealth. Move, nourish, thrive. Need help? Call me for more information on +4 4 7 4 2 4 4 8 9 5 7 8.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancer taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancer taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Star Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say order, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. This is Star Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to exactly 19 minutes past the top of the hour, and it is the Wednesday edition of the morning show, which, as you know, finishes exactly at 12 o'clock so that we make way for the Prime Minister's question time. But we know today they are all on the campaign trail. We'll do our best to see how best we all go from there. And come tomorrow, it's the local elections. How are you looking at it all? Well, let me tell you how it's all going so far. Okay, so we got Global Trotting, and what have we got there for you? Okay, let me, even as my system loads, times the loading takes a bit of time. Yeah, sweetly. Okay, campaigning sprint finish ahead of elections around Britain tomorrow. A mesmerizing mix of results are expected after candidates make their final pitches. Our political editor will be telling us more about that. But, you know, we have got Vicky Newton, who is standing somewhere in Addington as a councillor, and then we have Councillor Rowena, who is standing as mayoral candidate, standing as a mayor for Croydon. Okay, so those of you here, make sure you are able to do whatever you got to do. All right then. In other stories, Catherine to return to overseas visit with Italy trip, and then Met forms. Okay, those are the main stories in London. Women died after ex with explosive device forced entry to house. Okay, we'll be telling you more about all that as the program goes on. This is Star Radio UK in other parts of the world as well, and what is going on there. Let me bring that your way. So in other parts of the world, from the US front, well, every day is another day, right? Okay. Now, Trump says U.S. to pause operation to guide vessels through Strait of Hormuz. Project Freedom, which began on Monday, will be halted because progress has been made toward a deal with Iran, the U.S. president has said. Okay, so let's see. We'll be bringing you more details about that. Vivek Ramaswamy wins Republican nomination for Ohio governor. And then man charged with attempted Trump assassination indicted for assaulting Secret Service officer. Okay, those are more stories coming your way from their Star Radio UK. U.S. aviation worker accused of using work computer to threaten Trump. Oh, he's in big trouble. So big that he's never seen one before. All right, moving on to Europe to bring you some other stories making the rounds there as well at 11:22. Canaries leader to oppose plan to let virus hit ship dock as 3 patients evacuated to Netherlands. I cannot allow the boat to enter the Canaries, says Fernando Clavijo. He is seeking an urgent meeting with the Spanish government in Madrid. So let's see how that all pans out there. Okay. A Russian attack kills more than 20 ahead of rival ceasefire proposed by Kyiv and Moscow. Okay. And 3 Russian diplomats expelled from Austria over spying accusations. Okay, those are some of the stories making the rounds there. And to stay or risk the road of death, Ukrainian civilians trapped in frontline city. Those are some of the stories making the round in Asia as well. What is going on there? Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. China calls for Strait to be reopened as soon as possible in Iran talks. Now, Wang Yi is holding talks with Iran's foreign minister, Archie, who is on his first trip to China since the war began. And dress was a session with Kim Ju-ai outfits tell us about North Korea. Well, Kim Jong-un's daughter, who is being groomed to virtually take the reins. Okay. And Samsung family pays off record 8 billion inheritance tax bill. Wow. Okay. Well. We are using Samsung, so we've all contributed to their wealth, right? Okay. Starr Radio UK. Just moving on at 11:24 to some of the other stories making the rounds in the Middle East as well. Information coming through. Well, they are all the same. Israel court extends detention of 2 Gaza flotilla activists. Strait of Hormuz standoff raises risk of sliding back into all-out war. But Trump is saying, you know what? I'm taking my foot off the accelerator. We're trying to break now. So let's see what happens from there on the African front as well. What is happening there? Starr Radio UK. Well, police officer tells of operation to retrieve human remains from crocodile. Wow. DNA tests are underway to confirm whether remains found inside the crocodile match that of a missing man. Oh boy. What a way to go. And Sudan has accused Ethiopia and UAE of orchestrating drone attacks on its airport. And they are very upset about that. They say they are going to make sure they respond to that. Well, what do you think about all that? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time now to 11:25. And we go on and on and on and on. Okay. On the African front still. Well, strike delays release of election results in Central African Republic and Uganda Parliament passes controversial sovereignty bill. Well, we're going to be telling you more about that as well. In other stories, Boko Haram attack on Chad Army base kills at least 24 people. So I've been saying this. What are those in the Sahelian region, or especially the ECOWAS, doing about this? All right then, more coming your way from there. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Burkina Faso junta secretly held and abused journalist Atiana Serge Olun. That's what the RSF is saying. Burkina Faso authorities secretly held and abused a prominent investigative journalist and dozens of others in a makeshift detention facility. Well, it is authoritarian rule. Somebody will say, what do you think is going to happen there? Obviously. And Zambia says U.S. held funding talks stalled over minerals. Maybe they want some more minerals. We can give you more medicines. But why can't we get our own pharmaceutical companies and our scientists to come out with some of these medicines and we produce it ourselves? Well. Okay, is it because our leadership are able to travel outside to go and fend for themselves, and therefore at times we don't think about the citizens? Article Cam speaks on single-term debate, and then please block ACF headquarters as leadership crisis deepens. NNPP loses last Senate seat as hunger defects to NDC. Tinubu targets inclusive $1 trillion economy by 2030. He said has hope. He said, I'm going to do it. Nigeria records 11.2% GDP growth in dollar terms for 2026 in a time where there is crisis. The Middle East, well, they think, you know what? We are doing good. And what do you think about all that? So coming away from Starr Radio UK. Still on the African front, PAC to deploy IOCO officials to hearing to curb false claims and strengthen accountability. If that will work, why not? And Ghana signs gas expansion deal with any Vito and GMPC to increase production. Well, if it becomes the water you produce becomes self-sustainable for the country, is it not good for them? So why are we not getting on that? Or is it not a profitable venture? Definitely it will be. Rent control to introduce standardized tenancy agreement to curb outrageous rent prices. Rent commissioner is saying. And ECOWAS Parliament urged to fast-track AU Free Movement Protocol ratification. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Final one before we take a break. Inherited legal system not fit for purpose. Who is speaking? A renowned lawyer or legal brain? Okay, a legal luminary, Kweku Ansah Asare, has said that the country's inherited legal education system is no longer fit for purpose and risks undermining the country's justice delivery if it is not overhauled. What is he talking about? All right then, let's take a break. We come back and I'll bring you all that you need to know from there. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Hi! I am recording from the beautiful country of Ghana. I'm staying at the Oceanic Resort here in Accra, Ghana, where I am topping up my vitamin D and feeling so energized and vibrant. As you can see, the lovely sea behind me and the sand. I've also brought my products with me, which also helps to energize me. I brought my P84, my Fighter Power X, and the new kid on the block, my Protandem. If you would like to hear more or learn more about these wonderful products that I'm taking, you can either inbox me or click on the link below. Thank you for listening. My health is definitely my wealth. Thank you.
If you're not using AI properly in 2026, you're already behind time to catch up. I'm teaching a beginner-friendly session on how to use AI in a practical, everyday way. No tech jargon here, just real results. Join me on the 21st of May at 7 p.m. See you there.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 079-61-248-834 or email Dan at gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
It's so delicious. Like when you eat it, we got greens, meat, fish, everything is in there.
And the tilapia fish, it tastes amazing. Softness, moist, and definitely the taste.
The seasoning from Africa. The food is just like back home from my home. Tastes very good.
I bring the Ghana to England, yeah. Can have what do you call the ampesi, fufu, chosavi, banku, weche, dollar, Ghana dollar. Oh my God, Ama dollar. Name the food when you come to Ama to eat. Ama is not do it for you.
When you come to Amersfoort, you get the best chosavi in the whole United Kingdom, London. Yes.
As you can see, I've got short hair, and I'm going to put it on and I'll show you the outcome. See you in a bit. And this is the result. And as you can see, I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for someone who can do really good quality extensions, new pop wigs and wigs, I highly recommend Kamina. Kamina hair.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Star Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Otta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. This is Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time now to exactly 11:34. As I said, it is a Wednesday edition of the morning show that is supposed to finish at 12 o'clock, but we're proud on to make sure that we bring you everything that you need to know. Okay, so here in London, well, another story that has come through just a few moments ago, and let me bring that your way. It says a former SNP council leader has been jailed for 18 months for sexually assaulting 5 young men. Well, Jordan Linden, who stood down as leader of North Lanarkshire Council in 2022 after the allegation emerged, was convicted in March following a 7-day trial. A 30-year-old was also found guilty for directing unwanted sexual communication towards 7 teenagers, the youngest age 14. The passing sentence at Falkirk Sheriff Court, Sheriff Christopher Sheet also placed Linden on the sex offenders register. Now, the trial had that the sexual communication included photos of Linden in a bath and shots of his genitalia. The offenses took place over a 10-year period from 2011 until 2021. Linden was found not guilty of a 6th charge of sexual assault and was also acquitted of 5 others charged of stalking and sexual communication. Now, Linden who also chaired the Scottish Youth Parliament, had denied all the charges against him, claiming they either did not take place or were consensual. Okay? Well, some of the stories making the rounds this morning in the UK. But well, tomorrow is D-Day. Tomorrow is D-Day. And therefore the campaign is going on assiduously like no man's business. And boy, we stand on the cusp of the biggest set of elections since the general election 2 years ago. Tomorrow morning polling station will be open in communities across Scotland, Wales, as voters choose who should run their devolved government, and they will be open to in many, but not all parts of England, as more than 5,000 seats on 137 councils are contested, as well as 6 mayoral vacancies. For weeks already, people have been casting their ballots by post. The parties and candidates are now preparing for their final pitch to your Plaid Cymru, who one day would like to see an independent Wales in tussle with Reformed UK to emerge as largest party in the newly expanded Senate, the Welsh Parliament. Now, Plaid argue they are the only party that can beat Reform, and so hope to attract voters who might not normally be drawn to them, but are very keen Reform are not the winners. Reform, for their part, are confident they can emerge as the biggest party in the Senate. Now, the Scotland and Scottish National Party are confident of winning their faith in Scotland. The Scotland National Party are confident of winning their 5th devolved election in a row. Like Plaid, they too are pitching themselves as the most viable option when it comes to beating Nigel Farage's party. Now, Reform are revealing in being competitive in a nation that strongly endorsed Remain in the Brexit referendum a decade ago, and it's not just in Scotland and Wales that Westminster, 2 big seats, big beasts, Labour and Conservatives, are on the back foot. The Prime Minister argues he has got the big judgment call of 2026 right, that it was in the UK's national interest, he believes, not to be directly involved in America and Israel war on Iran. Now, Labour also emphasizes their attempt to improve the health services and changing the law to improve workers' rights. But Keir Starmer says, while pleading with the party in public and in private to cut all the chat about his future and who might replace him. Well, we see what is happening. Well, on the opposition side, Kemi Badenoch, the Conservative leader, is traveling around London by taxi today, dropping in on barrows where the Tories feel optimistic about their prospect. Now, Badenoch, like Starmer, expects this election to be difficult for her party. She claims the Conservative plans are thought through and costed in a clear jibe at Reform UK, and has vowed to abolish business rates in England and Wales for thousands of high street shops and pubs. It tells you something about the vulnerability of Labour and the Conservatives that many of the other parties are hoping and often confident that they will be recipients of votes from those fed up with Westminster Big Two. Now, that is the specific pitch of the Liberal Democrats leader, Sir Ed Davey, who also argues that in places like Hull and Stockport, Surrey, Hampshire, it is the Lib Dems who are Reform's UK's true rivals. Now, Davey leans into party focusing on local issues such as fixing the church roof or cleaning up sewage from rivers, but the Liberal Democrats no longer dominate as perhaps they used to as the most obvious alternative in the lots of places to Labour and Tories. That in particular in England is because of the rise of Reform UK and Greens. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. He insists he didn't have to. His opponents insist he should have done it. It will now be down to the Parliamentary Standards Commissioner and the Electoral Commission to decide. As for Reform UK Party, leader Farage has been revealing his lifelong political role as disruptor in chief, while fending off questions about a huge £5 million gift from the British billionaire Christopher Harborne, which Farage didn't declare. Well, okay, so we see the Green Party of England and Wales, energized under its relatively new leader Zach Polanski, eyes gains at Labour's expense in urban England and hopes for a breakthrough in the Senate in Wales. His pitch amounts to claiming it's now the Greens who are the authentic, truly left-wing alternative to a Labour Party he claims has drifted to the right. But Polanski has faced difficult questions in recent days after he publicly endorsed criticism of the Metropolitan Police method in the detaining of the suspect in the Golders Green attacks in North London last week. The Scottish Green Party is separate from its England and Wales sister, and like the SNP, back Scottish independence. It is worth remembering too, there are independent candidates in particular in some local contexts in England. All in all, it is mesmerizing mix with results coming not just in the early hours of Friday, but throughout Friday and into Saturday too. How is it going to be? Would that bring about the end of the Prime Minister's position? And what lessons have been learned from the fact that, well, people thought, let's get this one out, let's get this one out. And what happened? They got everything out, and then we had somebody coming in giving us some serious, nice, lovely budget that ruined everything. And here we find ourselves trying to get ourselves out of this deep hole. However, we are still lingering on. But what do you think about all that? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. At 11:42, and we go to the United States of America. Well, look at it with what is happening in the Middle East as well. The U.S. operation to guide stranded vessels through the Strait of Hormuz will be paused for a short period of time, President Donald Trump has announced yesterday. But Trump said the Project Freedom, which began days earlier, will be halted by mutual agreement because great progress had been made toward a deal with Iran. Now, Iranian state media characterized it as a victory, saying the pause demonstrated that Trump retreated after continued failures to reopen the vital waterway for global shipping. The U.S. president's announcement came as Secretary of State Marco Rubio said the initial U.S.-Israeli offensive in Iran, Operation Epic Fury, was over after achieving its objectives. And the question is, what were its objectives? In a post on social media, Trump said that he had made a decision based on the request of Pakistan, which has acted as an intermediary between the U.S. and Iran. He added that the U.S. blockade of Iranian ports will remain in place. Now, Trump's announcement may surprise some. It undercuts a day worth of messaging from Rubio, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, and Joint Chiefs Chairman General Duncan, all of whom vowed that operation will ensure freedom of navigation and commerce in the Strait of Hormuz and Persian Gulf. We would prefer that the path of peace. What the president, as Donald Trump, will refer is a deal, Rubio told reporters on Tuesday. What happens next is unclear. The administration has stressed that Project Freedom was a separate and distinct campaign for the blockade, which is meant to pressure Iran economically. Now, Project Freedom was meant to help restore the flow of oil from the region and the global economy eventually return to normalcy by guiding stranded ships out of the Gulf through the largely closed waterway. But if during the pause, global shipping firms and insurance companies working with them are stemmed by Iranian interference, it will be difficult for Trump to claim that objective has been achieved. On the other hand, the administration may hope that freezing Project Freedom, which the Iranians strongly objected to, helps bring them to the negotiating table. So which of these aims is being achieved, or what is it? But he's saying that, well, it looks like there seem to be some sort of some truths or some agreements some way, somehow, but we don't know. Now, Tehran did not comment on Rubio's statement, but Iran's parliamentary speaker Mohammad Ghalibaf earlier said, "We know well that the continuation of the status quo is intolerable for America while we are just getting started." So, what have they done? Is it that they've gotten so much with their small boats and all those things that they are doing that America think that, oh, this is too much of a stress or a hassle, and think, let's back off and let's come to the table and say something? That bring into play what the Chancellor, the German Chancellor, statement that he made that ruffled the feathers of the U.S. that they decided to move 5,000 U.S. troops from Germany when the Russian war started. They brought a further 5,000 troops there because of NATO. But now, with everything that is going on, he said we are withdrawing. And the other time, I think, last Monday, Trump was going further to say that there's going to be more of a pullback. I'm getting more troops from Germany back to the U.S. or wherever they want to place them. But the question is, should Trump not be there in a couple of years' time? So let's say his tenure, that's his last term. Unless, of course, as he was saying or alluding to, that there are people who want him to be there. Papa, be there, be there. And therefore, maybe they will use some legal gymnastics or constitutional gymnastics to get him still there. But if not, and he leaves, and let's say with every difficulty and everything that has gone on, and it happened that the Democrats win an election, or another leader comes, how is that person going to act in contrast to what Trump has done? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is quite an interesting time to be alive, right? But this is Starr Radio UK, 11:47 the time, the morning show, the program. I remain yours sincerely, your one and only, Esther. You want to know? Yeah, man.
Archie on Starr Radio. Nobody does it better.
Okay, let me bring you this one, and then we move on from the U.S. This is a reaction to President Trump's statement that he made when the Pope was making a statement during was it the Easter or thereabout? Now, or his visit, it's the Easter leading to his visit to some African country. Now, Pope Leo has responded to attacks by U.S. President Donald Trump, saying he hoped to be able to preach the gospel and about peace, but anyone was free to criticize him. In his latest remarks, Trump suggested that Pope believed it was okay for Iran to have a nuclear weapon. Did he say that? The Pope has said no such thing, but he has opposed the U.S. and Israeli war on Iran. His stance has angered Trump, prompting the U.S. president to lash out repeatedly. Now, is he lashing out because the Pope hails from the U.S.? So let's say if it's one Italian or one of those people from there who, when they speak in English, and all that bit, would he continue to say something of the sort? Well, the mission of the church is to preach the gospel, to preach peace. He said, according to Reuters, if someone wants to criticize me for preaching the gospel, I hope simply to be listened to because of the value of God's word. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. But Brian Burke, the U.S. ambassador to the Holy See, told reporters this week that despite the recent tension, there was no deep rift between the U.S. and the Vatican. Okay, well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London as we go on. Russian attacks have killed more than 20 people across Ukraine on Tuesday ahead of a rival unilateral ceasefire proposed separately by Moscow and Kyiv. Now, authorities in Zaporizhzhia said 12 people were killed in a Russian aerial attack, which President Volodymyr Zelensky described as cynical terrorist strike. He said 5 people were killed in Kramatorsk and 4 in Dnipro. In Russia, authorities in Chuvashia Republic said 2 people were killed and 32 injured in a drone attack on Tuesday morning. On Monday, Russia and Ukraine declared unilateral ceasefire ahead of commemoration held by Russia to mark the Soviet Union's victory over Nazi Germany on Saturday. Now, Russia said it will hold a ceasefire on the 8th and the 9th of May and threatened a massive missile strike on central Kyiv if Ukraine violated the truce. But Kyiv announced it will observe an open-ended ceasefire from midnight on the 6th of May and that Ukraine will act symmetrically from that point on. The two ceasefires appear to be unilateral, meaning the two sides have not agreed on their terms, length, or monitoring. Now, Zelensky's chief of staff, Krylo Budanov, said that if the ceasefire announced by the Ukrainian president was reciprocated, we will continue to observe it. The next move is Russia's. Well, so let's see what happens. What will Russia do? It is called Come Your Way from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to exactly 11:52. Yes, okay, just bear with me. I'm going to take a break. We'll come back and then okay, just bear with me. All right, so we're moving on. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, just moving on. I will not extend it because we know that the officials are all on a campaign trail. So we will continue and we'll bring you all that you need to know from there. Now, so if you happen to find yourself okay, I'm pondering on which one to bring first. Okay, let's bring you one story from France, which is making lots of noise or rounds there, and let's tell you what is happening there as well. Now, France's public sector broadcaster have been lambasted by a parliamentary committee of inquiry which recommends closing several channels and cutting their budget for a total of 1 billion, that is 863 million pounds. Now, the committee, which held 6 months of at times acrimonious hearing, level charges of left-wing bias at the state-owned France Television and Radio France, as well as a gross financial waste, but the findings were immediately dismissed as publicly or politically motivated and impracticable by industry insiders who said the committee rapporteur Charles Alonclé had a far-right agenda to prepare state TV and radio for privatization. Criticism has also come from the Prime Minister and the head of the committee. Alonclé, 32, is an MP for the small Union of the Right for the Republic Party, an ally of Marine Le Pen Populist Right National Rally, and the RN, the biggest party in France, has long claimed to be the victims of state media prejudice. In an online petition calling for privatization, the party says that public broadcasting is no longer a space of impartial information, but a tool of influence in the service of the particular camp. The heated French debate reflects similar tensions in other countries over the future of tax-funded legacy broadcasters, has said. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing us now to 5 minutes to the top of the hour. That's 5 minutes to 12. Whilst we get ourselves ready, as I said, one other story from Europe, and then we take a break, and then I will take you to other parts of the world, notably this time around on the African continent. And once we have exhausted our conversation, we bring the program to close. Now, the president of Canary Islands says he opposes the Spanish government plan to let a virus hit ship dock there. The MV Honduras, which departed from Argentina on the 1st of April, has an outbreak of rodent spread hantavirus on board. The ship was supposed to arrive in the Canaries in the next few days, but Fernando Clavijo says, I cannot allow the boat to enter. The number of passengers have been infected and 3 have died. Here's a timeline. Okay, 3 people were evacuated from the ship to the Netherlands on Wednesday. The head of the World Health Organization has said in an update on Wednesday morning, the ship operator says 2 of the evacuees are showing acute symptoms. Well. Can you just imagine stuck on such a ship? What would you do? Do you jump into the sea? Or what? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. We're going to take a break. And once we come back, we continue with the show. But, hey, be rest assured of one thing for sure. I want to tell you the line is open. You want to hop in, feel free to do so.
Call the studio now. Call the studio now.
Just look for Starr Radio UK. Yes, and we will pop up there. All right then, on Teams, Starr Radio UK. All right, let's take a commercial break. We come back and we continue with the show. Starr, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing us exactly to 3 minutes past the top of the hour. Stay tuned.
If you're not using AI properly in 2026, you're already behind time to catch up. I'm teaching a beginner-friendly session on how to use AI in a practical, everyday way. No tech jargon here, just real results. Join me on the 21st of May at 7 p.m. See you there.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 079-61-248-834 or email Dan at gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
It's so delicious. Like when you eat it, we got greens, meat, fish, everything is in there.
And the tilapia fish, it tastes amazing. Softness, moist, and definitely the taste.
Of the seasoning from Africa. The food is just like back home from back home. Tastes very good.
I bring the Ghana to England, yeah. Can have what do you call the ampesi, fufu, chosavi, benku, weche, dollar, Ghana dollar. Oh my God, Ama dollar. Name the food when you come to Ama to eat. Ama is not do it for you.
When you come to Amersfoort, you get the best chosavi in the whole United Kingdom, London. Yes.
As you can see, I've got short hair, and I'm going to put it on and I'll show you the outcome. See you in a bit. And this is the result. And as you can see, I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for someone who can do really good quality extensions, new pop wigs and wigs, I highly recommend Kamina. Kamina hair.
Welcome to African Hill Resort, the perfect location for your honeymoon, conferences, breakfast meetings, and weekend getaways. Other facilities available include spa, rooftop bar, restaurant, indoor bar, swimming pool, lawn for parties, and outside catering. There is free Wi-Fi connectivity for you to stay in touch with your family, business associates, and the whole world. African Hill Resort is located on the Iveta Hills with a panoramic view of whole township. For inquiries or reservations, call 0208 267 501 or 0209 135 196 or 0362 290.
I'm May Queen, and something powerful is landing on the 1st of March 2026. The Make You Lounge, where faith meets vibe, where culture meets conversation, and where creativity meets purpose. Broadcasting live from London with strong diaspora root from the Make You Lounge every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Starr Radio UK. This isn't just a radio show, it is a movement. So lock it in, tell a friend, pull up to the lounge, because in the May Queen Lounge, we build legacy while we vibe. See you Sunday at 7 p.m.
Do you or anyone you know suffer with oxidative stress? Oxidative stress is a condition where your body produces too many free radicals, which can damage cells and lead to health problems. Diseases caused by oxidative stress include heart disease, blood disorder, diabetes, arthritis, stroke, chronic fatigue, neurodegenerative disease, premature aging, autoimmune disorders, etc. Health is real wealth. Move, nourish, thrive. Need help? Call me for more information on +4 4 7 4 2 4 4 8 9 5 7 8.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
If you're not using AI properly in 2026, you're already behind time to catch up. I'm teaching a beginner-friendly session on how to use AI in a practical, everyday way. No tech jargon here, just real results. Join me on the 21st of May at 7 p.m. See you there.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 079-61-248-834 or email dan@gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
It's so delicious. Like when you eat it, where we got greens, meat, fish, everything is in there.
And the tilapia fish, it tastes amazing. Softness, moist, and definitely the taste.
Of the seasoning from Africa. The food is just like back home. From back home. Tastes very good.
I bring the Ghana to England. Yeah, can have what do you call the ampesi, fufu, chosavi, benku, weche, jollof, Ghana jollof. Oh my God, Ama jollof. Name the food when you come to Ama to eat. Ama is not do it for you.
When you come to Amersfoort, you get the best chosavi in the whole United Kingdom, London. Yes.
As you can see, I've got short hair, and I'm going to put it on and I'll show you the outcome. See you in a bit. And this is the result. And as you can see, I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for someone who can do really good quality extensions, new pop wigs and wigs, I highly recommend Kamina. Kamina hair.
Welcome to African Hill Resort, the perfect location for your honeymoon, conferences, breakfast meetings, and weekend getaways. Other facilities available include spa, rooftop bar, restaurant, indoor bar, swimming pool, lawn for parties, and outside catering. There is free Wi-Fi connectivity for you to stay in touch with your family, business associates, and the whole world. African Hill Resort is located on Iveta Hills with a panoramic view of whole township. For inquiries or reservations, call 0208 267 501 or 0209 135 196 or 0362 290.
People, I'm May Queen, and something powerful is landing on the 1st of March 2026. The Make You Lounge, where faith meets vibe, where culture meets conversation, and where creativity meets purpose. Broadcasting live from London with strong diaspora root from the Make You Lounge every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Starr Radio UK. This isn't just a radio show, it is a movement. So lock it in, tell a friend, pull up to the lounge, because in the May Queen Lounge, we build legacy while we vibe. See you Sunday at 7 p.m.
Do you or anyone you know suffer with?
Welcome back to the program.
Call the studio now.
Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. As I said, it is a Wednesday edition of the morning show that's supposed to have been finished now, but we have to go on just to while I wait a bit of the time to bring you everything that you need to know, from archaeology to zoology, from Accra to Zanzibar, as we say. If it's making the headlines, we're going to bring that your way. But after that, then we can bring the curtains down for the end of the program. So stay tuned and don't touch the dial. Okay. So on the African front, cruise passenger tell of life on board stranded ship after hantavirus outbreak, while passengers on board the MV Hondios say the situation is calm. They face day at sea if as officials warn the disease may have spread. Okay, so those are some of the stories making the rounds there. And so on the African front, a police officer tells of operation to retrieve human remains from a crocodile. A police officer has recalled the moment he was lowered from a helicopter in a crocodile-infested river in South Africa as part of the effort to recover human remains. Captain John Pogita was tasked with capturing a crocodile suspected of eating a human. Let me take it again. Captain John Pogita was tasked with capturing a crocodile suspected of eating a businessman who had been swept away by flood. Wow. Wow. Okay, now the crocodile itself was lying on an island. There really was no other way to get it to except from the air. Now, since the operation remains have been found, remains have been found inside the 4.5 meter, that is 15 feet, 500 kg, or 1,100 pounds crocodile. DNA tests are underway to confirm their identity. The man's car had become stranded attempting to cross a low bridge in the flooded Kumati River last week. By the time the police got to the scene, it was empty, leading them to suspect he had been swept away by the water. Drones and helicopters were used in a search mission, which led police to a small island where a number of crocodiles lay in the sand, one of which they believed had eaten the man. The suspect crocodile was shot by Pogeta's colleagues before he was culled. Now, it turned onto its back and they thought it was dead. But by the time we went back, it was back on its right side and it had swum a bit upstream, he explained. The presence of other crocodiles, hippos, and rocks in the river meant it was too dangerous to use a boat or a canoe to recover the body, Pogeta told the BBC. There were other crocodiles next to that one that were probably there because of the blood in the water. But luckily, because of the noise of the helicopter and the downdraft blowing around, they moved away and didn't bother me, the veteran officer said. Now, once Pogita agreed to do the recovery operation, there was no turning back. When I was hanging there was no way for me to communicate with the pilot. So, irrespective of whether I changed my mind and decided not to do it, there was no way that was going to happen, he added. I had to stick to the plan and do so as we had planned. Otherwise, things would have gone wrong. On Sunday, South Africa's acting police chief praised Potiga's extraordinary bravery, describing the operation as highly dangerous and complex, but he managed to do it. That's why we say, well done once again there. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, we move on from there, and what do we look at here? Okay, still on the African front. Well, such a risk, but he took it, and that was a good one there. All right. Well, in Kenya, on a quiet Wednesday last month, a Kenyan politician stopped for coffee after getting his hair cut in the western city of Kisumu. Now, a moment later, a group of hooded youths set upon Senator Godfrey Osotsi without warning, punching and kicking him, leaving him badly injured, stripping him of his phones and valuables before vanishing into the street. The assault was captured on CCTV within hours. The footage were everywhere. The police are still investigating, but the senator said that this was not a robbery. Rather, he alleged it was politically motivated, as he was asked by the attackers why he was not supporting the president re-election bid. The nationwide outcry that followed the assault forced Kenya's parliament to summon the country's top security chiefs. For many Kenyans, the attack felt like a shocking outlier and more like a confirmation of something they had long feared, that the country was leading or sliding once again towards an era of deadly political violence. Kenya's history of political sponsored criminal gangs dated back to the early 1990s and the reintroduction of multi-party democracy. Unemployed youth have been hired by various politicians and turned into tools of electoral intimidation. That seems to be the trend now. Well, you get some people, I don't want to call them rooks, but you get them there and they'll do your dirty work for you, and then you can just get on. This is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. All right then, let's move on. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, as we go on. 702, let me say massive good morning to you. 7, I hope you are doing very, very well. Okay, now, still on the African front, one other story that is making the rounds there, before we go to some specific areas there as well. Okay, let's move on straight to one of the loveliest countries. Hello, my nephew. Yes, Stephen. Lovely seeing you. I hope you are doing very, very well. All right then. Now, so on the African front, so Burkina Faso junta secretly have been secretly held and abused a journalist, Atiana Shege or Shage Olun. That's what information is saying. But again, I do talk about this, saying that, interestingly, when we look at the scenario where individuals in countries might be so outspoken, however, when it comes to things like this, where there is autocracy, military rule, a junta as some call it, and they don't give, there's no room for any, but somebody will say there should be some people who in the midst of all that are making the noise and still carrying the dream and still pushing the agenda forward. That seems to be what has happened in Burkina Faso, and therefore this journalist is said to have been held in some makeshift prison, should I put it that way, or interrogation or detention facility, and had been abused some way, somehow. But, well, what do we do under such circumstance? If you take a typical example of what is happening, like in Uganda, Uganda's parliament has passed a contentious new law. Critics one could be used to silence dissent despite last-minute amendments aimed at softening some of the provisions. The so-called Protection of Sovereignty Bill was approved late on Tuesday after a heated debate with lawmakers backing changes that removed a clause classifying Ugandans abroad as foreigners and exempted certain institutions. So, Ghanaians can call me a foreigner, and therefore, then they can say, I cannot be part of da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. And that is what Uganda is trying to do. Now, the legislation criminalizes actions deemed to promote the interests of foreigners against those of Uganda and labels individuals or groups receiving foreign funding as agents of foreigners. So if you have a charity there and I say, okay, from Starr Radio UK, I do a contribution or crowdfunding and we fund anything there, so that person or that group of people there becomes agent of a foreign entity in this case. It's quite an interesting one. The historic bill said Parliamentary Speaker Anita Among supporters hailed the move as a step towards safeguarding national sovereignty. So, at what point do we say we don't want any influence from outside. When I say influence from outside, financing projects, financing political activities, financing. Most of the time, we have people from outside doing those things. So, with that, it will be quite interesting. It will be quite interesting. So, if you are living outside, then there's a tendency that you are in no way going to be doing anything of the sort. Okay, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. So, what do you think Uganda's Museveni is trying to do? Now, we had this Ugandan politician who is Robert, I've forgotten his name, but well, he's one of the top politician there, and he was the second runner-up, or the first runner-up when it came to the Ugandan election that took place just a few, what do you call it, a few months, a year, was it a year ago, thereabout, where Museveni won, landslide once again. But that's when I talk about the fact that there is no party, no government who can be in power for, let's say, one term. So let's say one term in Ghana is 4 years, right? Then the second term. Now, after the first term, you see that your popularity begins to dwindle. That is what happens. Your popularity begins to dwindle. Start falling short. But in Africa, that is one of the places where, and of course, other places like Russia, like, and they will say, we won landslide. So 90% and upwards. And you ask yourself the question, so is such a place, do you think you have to be, what? Oh, mouth, or you just shush and find another way? But again, if people don't do so, if people don't speak up, and then the authorities are just going to take the whole nation for a ride and do whatever they want. Therefore, we need people who will be daring enough to say, we think that what you are doing is wrong. But at the end of the day, what do they get out of that? Their lives, the lives of their families, and what? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be bringing you more from that incident there. This story pertaining to this sovereignty bill. Therefore, if you are sending money to Uganda, supporting anything, please be scared. Be very scared. If you are receiving anything of the sort, be very, very scared there. But ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. I'm bringing the time now to 12:21. And it is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. From Nigeria, fresh cracks have emerged within Nigeria's opposition bloc ahead of the 2027 presidential election following disagreement over the push for a single consensus candidate after the defection of Peter Obi and Rabiu Kwankwaso to the Nigeria Democratic Congress, the NDC. That's which yesterday I was asking whether that NDC is also part of, are they taking the lead from Ghana's NDC who won election? Is that it? But well, that's just by way of a joke. Now, associates of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar said on Monday that plans by a broad opposition coalition to present consensus presidential candidate against President Bola Tinubu remains intact despite recent political realignment. They also dismissed concerns that the exit of Obi and Kwankwaso from the African Democratic Congress will weaken the opposition's chances in 2027. So, who will decide to bury his pride and say, you know what, I'll be part of the winning team, not necessarily being the leader, but be part of the team? Will Rabiu Kwankwaso do so? Or will Atiku Abubakar? Or will Peter Obi? Because if the three are able to come together, then, and their supporters come in to support them all together, then there's a chance that they could cause a bit of trouble there. But it doesn't look so. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. bringing the time now to 11:23, and it is the Wednesday edition of the morning show, an extended version, of course. But thank you very much for tuning in as we go on. But interestingly, the Nigerian president is still doing good, and he has good prospects. Well, he said the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Abubakar Bagudu, has said the administration of President Bola Tinubu is committed to building an inclusive, sustainable, and innovation-driven economy as part of efforts to transform Nigeria into a $1 trillion economy by 2030. Bagudu made this remark yesterday in Abuja during the inaugural annual advocacy lecture organized by the Nathaniel Atebije Foundation for Planning Advocacy, where he spoke on the importance of proper planning in driving national development and economic growth. According to the minister, the current administration believes development must benefit all Nigerians and remain sustainable over time, while also adapting to change realities and modern innovations. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. This is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station as we get ourselves ready to bring the program to a close. All right. So in Ghana, as we go to Ghana, getting ourselves ready to bring the program to a close. Now, do you think that if PAC deploys IOCO officials to hearings, it will curb false claims? So even if they are not there, and PAC investigates or questions somebody, whatever answers or this can be sent to the IOCO for them to verify whether truth have been told. Can they? Okay, let's move on then. The Public Accounts Committee of Parliament says it will soon require officials from the Economic and Organised Crime Office to be present at its public hearing to strengthen accountability and curb false claims by public officers. It says the chairperson of the committee, Abna Osei Asari, explained that the decision has become necessary due to growing trend in which some public officials attempt to avoid scrutiny by claiming their financial infractions have been reported to IOCO. So they think that the best way forward now is to have IOCO's rep present there. So if you say it happened, then they can say no. Assertions, she say, are often untrue and unsubstantiated. She noted that going forward, IOCO representatives will attend the hearing to verify such claims in real time and ensure transparency in the process. Well, I don't blame them because we've not got a central system where if I want to check for an information, I can just impute that information and it can tell me and verify whether A has been done, B has been done, or it's just a false thing that is being done there. Okay, but well. So Abdul Asari has expressed concern that some institutions are using IOCO as a shield to evade accountability despite failing to substantiate their claims. She stressed the need for stricter checks, stating that IOCO officials will now be physically present at hearings to prevent what she described as vague and misleading excuses and to eliminate reliance on what she called phantom investigations. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is why I have to bring the program to a close for today. Wherever you are, thank you very much for joining in. To my nephew, Stephen, I hope you are doing very, very well, and thank you very much for joining in. And my regards to the family back home in Ghana, the Hammonds, their Betties there. I salute each and every one of you. And to those of you listening to us or watching us live on this platform, this has been your one and only Archie saying, have a top of the day. But remember, tomorrow I'm gonna be back, God willing, if we are still alive. And well, what are we going to be saying? It's going to be a great one. Somebody say great in what way? Well, the polls. We are going for, and in the US they call it the midterm elections, but here we'll call it what? We call it the council elections, the various one that's going to be taking place. Well, it's going to be taking place in the devolved states as well. So in Scotland and Wales, it's going to be taking place there, and then we'll see what happens. But we'll do our best to come on and analyze everything for you. But until then, I'll say have a top of the day. God richly bless you, and thank you very much. See you all tomorrow. Bye bye for now. When this commercial ends and you don't hear from me, then it's me, your one and only Archie. I'm out like that. Bye-bye.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 079-61-248-834 or email Dan at gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Thanks for listening.